I'm joined with Jaret from Bowling for Soup. He's
Hi.
brought a solo UK tour back again.
We just had a whole conversation about Tom DeLonge being crazy, and we didn't record it.
No. But we both rated him a 7.
A 7 on the crazy scale. Mine is just going off of what I've heard, because I don't really know anything.
Mine's just based off YouTube videos.
Got it.
Which is pretty much.
Does he
what
put
everyone-
YouTube videos
No,
out?
this is other people saying, like, proper nuts.
That he's nuts, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Well,
You've also announced the Bowling for Soup Christmas UK
yes.
tour.
Yes, we have.
Because you're speeding up when you said you were going to slow down.
Because we're speeding up when we said, so we decided in 2013 we were actually going to break up. And I was going through, I'll talk about this in my show tonight actually. So I was going through some shit at my house, or just on my home life.
Yeah.
And it might have been time for us to call it, and we didn't. So then we just decided we'd slow down, and now we're busier than we were.
Proper logic.
Yeah, it's math.
Yeah, science.
Yeah, science and math, chemistry.
Yeah. Dark brown kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I kind of know what's going on tonight, because when you brought it over the first time, it was a bit like, how is this kind of done? And I kind of saw it, so I know exactly what I'm doing. How are you expanding on that again? If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make a lot of
Yeah.
sense actually. So I didn't want to come over with the same. So, it's like last year, the things that really, really worked and affected and touched people were, my best friend passing away, and I sort of got a little bit into like anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I said it the first night. I was in there, and I might say this during the show later because it really is true. I was the first night I was about to go on stage. I knew what songs I was going to play, but I didn't exactly know what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
And so I said to Daniel Cotton from Twitter, follow him on Twitter. I said to him, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about because I'm not sad anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't have. And he's like, well, that's kind of a good thing, right? And I'm like, yeah, it means the meds are working, I guess. And but I went on stage again with like no agenda, and then it just kind of it just happens. There's plenty of things that I can discuss. So
did you change the set list up in the different towns, or did you have your set list kind of like sorted?
I made the set list the day of the first show, and then I adapted the show of what I was going to talk about around it.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Because see, if I don't like to rehearse things, like especially things that I want to talk about, because then it just comes off as being not genuine.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I liked walking up there the first night, being like, okay, I'm going to see what works and what doesn't, and we'll adapt from there. So yeah, it's pretty. It's smooth now.
Okay.
It's going on.
So new songs and
different songs than last year. And different things that I discuss, and and probably less, forced sadness, like less like, because I think really what I was trying to do the first time was just basically come over and be like I'm a human being kind of thing. I get down like everybody else, and here's this story, and here's a really big one, and then this one I really, like I said, I'm not really in a place where I'm bummed out. So there's a couple of bummer stories, but really for the most part, there's some positive and there's some funny ones, and then there's just some of the things that I talk about are just like, here's where this song came from.
Yeah, that's what I really enjoyed about it. I think in the set list, if I remember, there might have been 10 or 11 songs, but it was just full of so much talking, and it was so interesting and learning behind the scenes and stuff like that. It was like, I don't want to hear more music. I just want to hear you talking about how everything kind of fits together. But
yeah, and that's sort of what I feel like is happening on this one too. It's like you run the risk of talking so much that people are just like, play a song, but that's not what this show is.
No.
And obviously, if you've seen Bowling for Soup live before, even in our live show, we talk a lot, and we stop in the middle of songs and talk, and that's our show. And if you're not used to that and you come see us, you may be like, what the fuck are these guys doing? This show is, I'm glad that it worked the first year, that I could come back over and people know that that's what to expect, because there's no real, I don't feel like anybody's ever uncomfortable with the fact that I'm just up there chatting.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, and I think that people learn a little bit more about the songs. They learn a little bit more about me. They learn a bit more about the band, and you know, I have a few things that are important to me that I want to try to spread the word about. And you know, for example, depression and anxiety, and the fact that that's an epidemic just in my career path, my career choice.
Yeah.
Like, we're dropping like fucking flies, and it's like something's got to change.
Yeah.
And so I didn't set out for it to be a cause, but it is.
Well, you look good. You sound
Thanks,
good.
man.
And,
thank you, man. Yeah, I feel good, and I do. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy, and like I said, I've at least beaten depression for now. It took about 4 years to get it under control.
It's a hard road. So.
Yeah, and it's kind of embarrassing, actually. You know, if you think about it, it's like, you're the funny guy. Everybody expects you to be funny, and then you like, you know, when you put out into the world that it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's just sucks all around. But if I talk about it, then people do something about it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do. And
Yeah.
I, you know, like any message I get concerning that, I really, really try to reach out to the person and like tell them, you know, like it's, you know, anything that I could possibly do to make someone's life better. Like, you know, that's the career I chose.
Yeah. Cool. So second random question I'm going to ask: is your dick as big as the internet says it is?
Does it say that it's big?
It says it's massive.
No, I have the tiniest dick ever. Like, it's like an innie.
An innie?
Yeah,
oh,
it's
okay.
like the fucking thing like hides from me. It's like, that's what I say all the time. And then me and Kelly Dollyrot were talking about it, and she said, you know, if you get as you get fatter, your dick starts to look smaller. And I go, no, mine's just hiding because as I got fatter, it thought I was going to eat it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it was fucking, yeah, no, I got a little, I have an average.
It's like a nocturnal kind of dick?
I have an average dick. It's circumcised, and it's right under 6 inches, good size. I've never had a complaint.
That's what you need, right?
And no, I've in fact, not one person that I've ever been with didn't want me to do it to them again. So
it's a good running tally.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's quite a list.
As long as your arm?
As long as my dick.
Awesome, man.
Hey, man.
I look
Thank you
forward to
so
seeing
much.
again.
Yes.